Hey YouTube, it's Grace, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how I painted this Good Kid album cover painting. I've been listening to their music quite a lot over the past couple months, and I really like the vibe of it, so I decided to paint something and add it to my little collection that I have going on. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is the album cover I'm going to be painting today, so I went ahead and put a 6x6 grid on it just so that I would have some sort of reference point where everything would go and to help me with proportions and such. So I'm going to start off by doing that. I'm going to put the 6x6 grid on here. Since this canvas is 12 by 12 inches, each one of these little squares is 2 by 2 inches. So now I just have to pay very close attention to what goes in each square and try and match everything up to the best of my ability. Now that I have a rough sketch of what everything's going to look like, I'm going to go in with paint pens, paint markers, whatever they're called, and start outlining. This is my progress with outlining so far. I was really expecting this gold pen to die, but it didn't, and I really like how the crown looks so far. It took a bit of trial and error, but I finally mixed a decent lighter gold color, so now I'm going to fill in the rest of the crown the best I can while staying in the lines. While this is drying, I'm going to get a start on kind of filling out all of the colors of the weird blobs around here, and also a base color for the hair. It's actually been a few days since the last clip, but I just mixed up a color for the background. For the second coat, I'll definitely make the background a bit more desaturated and maybe more of a gold, but for now, it is good enough. It's the next morning and this is dry, so I just mixed up a new color. I sort of just fixed this one by adding yellow, white, and gold. This color looks a lot better in my opinion, but I still will have to go in and add the background details later on. My next step is adding another coat of blue for the hair and then adding another coat of both golds on the crown. Now that the background has another coat and the crown has another coat, I'm going to go ahead and outline the whole thing again. I think it's starting to come together and I'm pretty happy with how it looks now, so I'm going to move on and do the face. Now this is going to take several different skin tones, I think, but I'm just going to do one just for the first coat. These are the colors I used to mix the skin tone. I will probably adjust it a bit later on, but this is just how it's going to look for the first coat. I just mixed this color for the shirt, which I made with red and black. I'm gonna add some more details to the crown. Here you can see there's sort of like highlights and shadows, and I think I'm going to use this brown and white. This is how it looks now. I also went in and messed up some of the lines just because it's more of a sketchy style, and I feel like I had to do it nice first and then mess it up and not the other way around. I just took the skin tone shade and mixed a little bit of a darker version just so that I can start adding in the shadows, and then I'm going to take the same color, add a little bit of white, and use it for the highlights because as you can see there is quite a bit of different shades in there. don't really have a lot of time to film this process because I'm using really thin layers of paint and I don't want them to dry, but basically I am mixing darker and lighter colors and then sort of just blending them into each other and making the blending like more harsh near the hairline, but still kind of blended. Before I can outline this again, it needs to dry, so I'm going to fill in this part with like a light gray. I'm working on filling in some of the spots that I still haven't added paint to. So far I've done pinks and then dark pinks, and now I'm working on making like a darkish grayish green for this one here. I finished outlining all of these and I have a basic idea of what color is going to go where, and I think it's really starting to come together. So next I'm going to start on the second coat for the red on the shirt. I just mixed a bit of a lighter blue so that I can add some more details in the hair, because here you can see there are quite a few different shades. I finished the details in the hair and now I'm going in and adding the highlights and shadows in the diamonds. So I just mixed a really light blue and I'm using the dark blue that I used for the hair, and yeah. I just mixed a slightly different shade of purple for these parts here, so I'm going to add another coat of paint there. This color matches the reference way better, so I'm a lot happier with how it looks now. Next I'm going to be taking a super fine tip brush and filling in all of the little tiny lines here that I haven't messed with yet. Here is all the details filled in, so we're getting pretty close to done, but I just realized that the background is still way too orange, so I'm gonna redo it again. I think the background is done now, so the last real step I have besides outlining everything again and doing like last minute details is adding the shading in the, I don't even know what this is called, but this gray thing here, scarf, I don't know. I've decided for like a finishing touch, I'm going to take this gold and put it on the lighter part of the crown. Here it is completely done. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I really like the colors and the design, and I just think the art style is really cool, so I'm glad that I got to sort of try it out and make it for myself, I guess. The colors and the shading aren't exactly like the original album cover art, but that's okay because I got to put my own little twist on it, and I'm not the original artist, so of course it's gonna look a little bit different. The thing that drew me to this album cover in specific was the crown, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. You can see like the glitter I added kind of glistening in the light. I think it looks really cool. I also have quite a few other ideas for other album covers that I want to paint, but as you can see, I'm kind of running out of room, so I'm not really sure how this is gonna go, but we'll see. I had a lot of fun making this painting, and I hope you guys had fun watching me paint it. But anyways, that's it for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you in my next one. Bye!